A Parkersburg recovery facility is starting a new program to help adolescents experiencing behavioral and mental health issues. St. Joseph Recovery Center is launching a new adolescent intensive outpatient program. The 12-week program seeks to offer 12 to 17-year-olds comprehensive behavioral health resources that they can access while staying in school. According to Director of Therapy and Case Management Chloe King, the program covers a lot of ground, touching on anger management, stress management, substance abuse prevention, and how to cope with different moods. King says the program will help kids address mental and behavioral health issues early, hopefully enabling them to lead healthier lives in adulthood.
We see a lot of adults that are, what we call victims of their environment, unfortunately, that, things maybe could have been different if they were given the opportunity to participate in programs like this. So we do understand that the youth is such a vulnerable population, and we want to be able to help them in prevention, the best we can.
King says referrals are accepted for the program but are not required. People interested in learning more about the program can call 304-916-1881 for more information. That number is listed at the bottom of your screen. St. Joseph Recovery Center is also hosting an open house to share more about the program until 7 tonight. The Marietta City Schools